there's people who still question whether or not you're a real deal welterweight. Is this the opponent that if you beat, that you prove to everybody that
you know what I call that, Doug?
147 pounder.
I call that hating. Not straight hating. I moved up 2 weight classes.
Yeah.
I was off for a year and a half. Had a shoulder surgery. Come on, dude, that's hating. So, I mean, if you have anything to say about that, to me, it's hating. You know, I went out there and wanted to take on one of the toughest guys. The guy that Berto, you know, sidestepped for the past 3 years when he was the #1 contender to fight him. You know, he was a mandatory to fight Floyd. Everybody knows I was calling Floyd out. I wanted to fight him. You know, unfortunately, I didn't get the fight. But, like I said, hey, you know what? I'm going to look for the best fights out there. He was the mandatory to fight Floyd. Hey, I'm going to take on the mandatory. And that's what I did.
Was Aidin also the mandatory for Berto?
Yeah, he's the mandatory for Berto, for Victor Ortiz, and for Floyd.
How long?
3 years.
3 years.
Okay.
I knew his frustration he had too, because like he said, he's like, man, it was long overdue and now I'm getting my title shot. Yeah. Too bad I had to spoil it for him.
You're talking about a guy who waited 3 years undefeated for that opportunity.
You know, it
think
just
about how pumped he was.
Yeah, the sad thing about it is, you know, being from Germany, being of Turkish descent, you know, his name wasn't big enough, so they just said no way.
So he does
he's a very dangerous puncher. He's a big, strong guy. Hey, just go around him.
You'll be in the ring for the first time, you know, since your win. How do you feel?
Well, I'm excited. I'm excited, you know, to be back in the ring so quick. You know, that's what boxing's about, is staying sharp, staying on it. You know, got that ring rust off the last fight. Now it's time to take care of business. You know, I'm happy I had that one fight in with Aidin, who is a tough guy, tough, rough guy, where, I mean, he hit me in the back of the head like crazy, the shoulders, wherever it was, and the butt cheeks, wherever he was hitting me. So, you know, those are the type of fights I like, though. Those are the type of fights I like, and, you know, got that out of the way, and you know, he was going to push me to the limit, and that's what it's about.
Tell me about Berto's style.
You know, Berto's a slick guy. You know, he's very relaxed in the ring. You know, he's a hard puncher, and, you know, he's very fast. You know, so we got to take advantage of all that.
Where do you hope a victory over Berto, if you get it, would take you moving forward?
I think it's going to take me to guys trying to sidestep me even more. You know, it's happened throughout my career. You know, hopefully, God willing, you know, you know, this victory here, you know, takes my name through the roof, and you know, that's what all these top fighters, pound for pound, best fighters in the world are just looking for, guys that have a big name. So, you know, they're not really looking for the guys that can really fight. So, hopefully, this takes my name through the roof, and you know, we get in there and we can prove to the world that we are the best.
How disappointing it was that
She's
you
doing
didn't
great.
get the Bradley fight, Robert? How disappointing was it that you didn't get the fight with Timothy Bradley?
You know, I was a little disappointed. You know, I wanted to fight Timothy Bradley because he just came off that fight with Manny Pacquiao. He had a great win, and you know, I wanted to be able to unify the division and you know, take care of business there. And you know, it didn't happen, but you know, I'm satisfied with the fight with Berto. I'm happy, and you know, it's time to rock and roll with him.
Was it strictly that you weren't offered enough money? So was that the deciding factor without getting into numbers?
No, absolutely not. No, we had a deal in place ready to go. Bradley did that.
Before that, did he say why? Or
no, never came on record, but we had a deal in place. Absolutely, money had nothing to do with the fight.
What does it mean beyond the victory of Berto?
What was that?
What does it mean beyond this victory? This anticipated victory?
Legacy. You know, I've won 6 world championships, 4 different weight divisions. You know, now it's about setting up your legacy. You know, wanting to be the best in the world, be one of the best fighters. You want to imprint your name out there with, you know, Muhammad Ali, you know, Sugar Ray Leonard, all these top fighters, Julio Cesar Chavez. You want to be able to imprint your name there and leave that legacy, knowing that you left your mark. You fought the best fighters out there and the best to come. So, you know, that's what it's about now. It's not about the money. It's about showing off and doing what you got to do, fighting the best.
Prestige.
Exactly.
What do you need to do to beat them?
What was that?
What do you need to do well to beat them?
You got to do everything well. You know, you just you just can't do one thing well with Berto because he's a slick fighter. He can change the game with one punch. You know, you got to be prepared in all aspects. You know, you got to come 100% in shape, ready to fight. You know, 12 rounds hard. Like I said, I'm going to come out fighting for 12 rounds hard, changing gears, doing different things, changing styles. He's gonna find out what it feels like to be in the ring with Robert Guerrero. He's gonna know. He said the last fight he wasn't very impressed that I didn't carry power, but like I said before, it'd be better if I didn't knock him out because I could beat him down for 12 rounds.
You know, Berto said that you never faced a fighter like him.
Yeah, and he's never faced a fighter like me, so there it is. He's never faced a lefty like me either. You know, the toughest lefty he's fought was Victor Ortiz, and he's a one-dimensional fighter who don't have good footwork, and it's very stiff in the ring. Can't change styles, does the same thing over and over. So he hasn't fought a lefty like me.
So what's going to be your routine for the next 4 weeks? The fight's almost here. It's not like you have 3 months to
Oh, I'm ready to go. You know, it's just, right now, it's just, you know, working on our game plan. Doing what we got to do, just maintaining, staying in great shape, being ready, staying fresh, keeping my body fresh. You know, that's what it comes down to now. It's just the fine tuning.
What's your take on fighting him being his first opponent since he tested positive for Berto? Did you ever consider that when negotiation?
Well, yeah, that's why we got the drug testing. You know, I've been in with a fighter who's been on steroids. It ain't no joke. So, you know, that's why we pushed for the drug testing to be very strict. I'm excited that you know, the California State Athletic Commission assured me that they're going to step their game up. You know, working with UCLA and you know, their drug testing, they're going to take care of business, and you know, that's what makes me real happy and very comfortable going into this fight is being able to just focus on what I got to do and not have to worry about him being sauced up.
Now, is that who you guys are going through, the UCLA Medical Center? Is that you guys have permission for the drug testing?
Yeah, USADA and the commission.
Is there any significance in fighting in Southern California?
No, just being the home state fans, I guess. You know, it's nice to be fighting in California. You know, it's you know, my home, and you know, the fans out in Ontario get a nice treat. We're going to be breaking in their arena there, and you know, God willing, there's a good turnout there, and you know, they enjoy the fight.
Robert, you're not only a boxer, you're a boxing fan because you go to a lot of fights. What would you tell fans about your own fight right now?
It's one you gotta watch, man. Like Berto said, he's hungry. He's never been this hungry ever, so you know he's coming to fight. I'm always hungry, so it doesn't matter. I don't have to say I'm super starving or this and that. I'm always hungry. You know, it's not just being about hungry. It's wanting to be the best. Some guys are hungry just to get in the ring. I'm hungry to be the best in the world.
And how's moving up these weight divisions for you?
Oh, it's been great. It's been great. I mean, it would have been nice to just be able to stay in one weight class, but nobody wants to fight, so you got to keep moving and moving and moving and moving. It's like, man. But you know what? I'm excited that the welterweight division's stacked, and we're gonna, you know, we're here to stay. We're here to stay. Now, unless nobody wants to fight, then we're gonna have to go to 54.
Does that get frustrating that these guys just don't want to fight?
Oh yeah, it's been frustrating throughout my whole career. You know, being in the mandatories to fight like Marquez, guys like that, and you know, guys like Amir Khan and those guys not wanting to fight. It is very frustrating because, like I said, I want to be the best in the world. I don't just want to settle for less. And you know, I was a pro boxer, I won a title. I want to know that I left this sport, I fought the best fighters.
Robert, even though you have the one fight at 147, what do you say to the people out there who still are not convinced that you're a true world-class welterweight or world-class fighter at this weight, I should say?
Come out to the fight and just watch. Come to the fight and watch. Take care of business. Fight night, and it's going to be all there. Everybody's going to find out. You know, Berto's a full-fledged welterweight. He's been the champion there, and you know, he's fought big fights there, and you know, this is the fight that's going to show everybody. You know, so we're you know, we're excited for this fight. I think it's going to make a big splash for all the fans, and all the fans are going to appreciate it.